Welcome back to Strings with Tess. In our last episode, we covered the basic names of the strings and the violin, as well as how to hold it. This episode, we're going to be covering the first position and maybe learn a little bit of a song today. So let's get started. What you're going to need for this episode is you're going to need the violin, your bow, obviously, and your shoulder rest. You gotta have a shoulder rest because if you don't have one, you'll be very uncomfortable when you play. So bring the violin up and rest it on your neck, like this. Make sure it's comfortable. Find a position that it's comfortable. It might seem a little bit heavy at first, but you'll get used to it. Bring your hand up and rest it on the strings. You don't want to choke your violin. It's your friend. So then, let's bring your bow up and rest it on the strings so that it's perpendicular. That's the basic position that you're going to start all of your music in. First off, let's go over an open note on each of the strings so we can get used to how the bow feels as well as how the violin sounds. That was a little pluck at the end there by my bow. Thanks, bow. So let's get started. I'm going to pluck with my fingers this time, and we're going to go all the way through Ode to Joy. First off, let's actually learn the position. So you've got 3 fingers that you're going to be using for first position, and I've marked where they go approximately with these dots on my violin. First finger goes right here. You're going to keep all the fingers down when you're using any other finger. You want to make sure that you don't have flyaway fingers. That costs you time. So first finger, and then you've got second finger and third finger. These fingers can change depending on what key you're playing in, so you have to be able to get used to reading music for that. So let's go over Ode to Joy. Good job. Thanks for following along with me. That's a little bit tricky if you've never played the violin before, but your fingers will get used to it pretty quickly. Let's go over the same song, but with the bow this time. Good job. Thank you. It's a little bit tricky when you're using the bow and your fingers at the same time because it's difficult to coordinate them if you've never done it before. But don't worry, with a little bit of practice, you'll get used to it pretty quickly. Ode to Joy is a lot of fun when you know what you're doing. Thank you for joining me with Strings with Tess. I'm so glad that you came. I hope that you don't forget to be awesome, and I'll see you next time.